The story opens in a luxurious hotel in Moscow, where a young man named Oleg is seen charming a girl by claiming he's a wealthy army officer. The girl is impressed, and they begin to plan a future together. Meanwhile, in a completely different location, a passenger plane is preparing for takeoff. But just before it lifts, all its electrical systems suddenly shut down. The lights flicker and die, and the plane crashes. Soon, it's revealed that the plane incident wasn't isolated. The entire world is affected. All electrical devices fail one by one. Street lights, cars, communication networks, everything powered by electricity shuts down. A massive blackout spreads across the globe. Darkness swallows everything. But strangely, a few select cities remain unaffected. One of them is Moscow, which still has power. On the news, it's announced that Moscow is cut off from the rest of the world. No communication, no information. People start speculating whether it was a terrorist attack. Places where there's no electricity are now called blackout zones, and places like Moscow with functioning systems are termed light zones. To investigate, the government sends out drones into the blackout zones. But strangely, all drones disappear mid-air, no trace left behind. When soldiers are finally sent, they discover a horrifying scene. The entire population, humans, animals, are dead. Corpses are scattered everywhere. It's like the world turned into a graveyard in seconds. While the troops are investigating, a mysterious man-like figure attacks a soldier, steals his weapon, and runs. The soldiers fire at him, but their bullets have no effect. It becomes clear this isn't an ordinary human. A month passes, still no clarity. Meanwhile, Oleg, a soldier himself, is called back for duty. His mother is unwell, but he leaves for his mission. The army informs him and others that tests on the dead bodies revealed something strange. They died from a toxin that their own bodies generated, as if forced by some external force to self-destruct. Oleg joins a team heading back to the blackout zone. There, he meets the same girl from earlier, now a military doctor. As they talk, alarms blare. Strange large animals, specifically wild bears, begin to charge toward the soldiers. They're unusually aggressive and attacking in packs, which is not natural for bears. In the ensuing battle, many soldiers are killed. Oleg is wounded and is treated by the doctor. Back in the light zone, a boy is admitted to a hospital. Ever since the blackout, he's been experiencing strange visions, hearing voices, and developing supernatural abilities. One day, a mysterious bald man appears to him, not physically, but inside his mind. He tells him there are 3 waves of this disaster. 1. The first wave destroyed all electronic devices. 2. The second wave wiped out living creatures. 3. The third wave, the worst, it would control surviving humans, turning them into puppets to attack others. The boy can't believe this and calls a guard, but no one is seen in the room. It was all in his mind. Meanwhile, chaos erupts in Moscow. Citizens start rioting, convinced the government is hiding the truth. Confusion, panic, and rebellion take over. In the blackout zone, Oleg's friend, a fellow soldier, encounters a strangely behaving child. As they try to help, the child violently stabs a soldier and becomes uncontrollable. He is eventually shot in self-defense. Back at the hospital, the boy with powers is again visited by the bald man, who now reveals his identity. He's ID, an alien disguised as a human. He says that the blackout, the waves, and the puppet attacks are all orchestrated by his brother, also an alien. The boy received powers because he was stuck between the light zone and blackout zone during the event. Soon after, military officers try to arrest ID, but he uses mind control to trick the soldiers into turning on their own captain. He later convinces the captain to trust him. ID reveals shocking truths. Their alien race never ages or dies naturally. Their sun is dying, so they need a new planet. Earth was chosen for colonization. Pyramids and ancient structures were built by aliens 200,000 years ago. ID is good, but his brother is evil and wants to enslave or destroy humanity. In 48 hours, a massive spaceship will arrive on Earth. The only way to stop his brother is by finding and killing him, using the help of the superpowered boy. Unfortunately, before they can act, ID's brother launches a missile attack on the army base to kill the boy. The entire base is destroyed. The boy and all the soldiers perish in the explosion. The captain is devastated and blames ID, but he explains this was necessary. If the boy had traveled with them, they all would have been killed. Later, Oleg's friend, the reporter, and a few remaining soldiers regroup. The final battle begins. ID leads them to the tower where his brother is controlling the puppets. On the way, the soldiers face massive puppet resistance, including suicide bombers. Many are killed. Eventually, ID, Oleg's friend, and a few others reach the tower. A final battle begins between ID and his brother. Both possess incredible strength and powers. Sparks fly as they punch and clash. Meanwhile, puppets swarm the building from all sides. ID finally rips out his brother's alien heart and installs a bomb inside. The explosion kills his brother and immediately frees all the puppets, ending the war. But peace doesn't last. ID reveals his true agenda. He never intended to protect humanity out of kindness. He wanted humans to see him as their god, their only savior. He let the blackout happen on purpose to make people fear death and worship him. Enraged, Oleg's friend tries to kill ID, but he keeps changing his form, controlling minds, and manipulating emotions. In one moment of confusion, the captain is stabbed by one of her own soldiers under ID's mind control. She dies too. In the end, the superpowered boy, seeing through all the illusions, grabs ID and jumps off the building, sacrificing himself to kill ID once and for all. Only 4 survivors remain. Just then, the massive alien mothership arrives. They go inside and find millions of sleeping alien beings in chambers. As the chambers light up and a strange liquid oxygen spreads, the aliens start waking up. With no bullets left, the team quickly smashes the main oxygen pipe, choking and killing the aliens before they fully awaken. But they discover something heartbreaking. Among the dead, innocent alien children remain in chambers. Instead of harming them, the humans spare the children, remembering what ID once said about humans lacking compassion. The film ends with a haunting silence, only 4 humans left standing, and a ship full of alien children. The twist. But there's one final betrayal. ID confesses his true goal. He never wanted to save humanity. He allowed all this to happen to make people worship him as their god. Fear brings obedience. Destruction brings faith. You humans only believe when you suffer. Enraged, Oleg's friend points a gun at ID, but he manipulates her mind, and she kills the captain instead. ID continues twisting minds until the powerful boy, who had survived, grabs him and jumps off the building, killing them both. Alien ship and the final choice. The survivors, Oleg, his friend, the reporter, and one last soldier, reach the massive alien ship that just landed. Inside, they find millions of sleeping aliens in pods. As they awaken, the team destroys the oxygen supply pipe, suffocating them before they rise. Only a few pods remain. Inside those are alien children. They hesitate. Remembering ID's words about the lack of mercy in humans, they decide not to kill the children. They leave them unharmed. As the children awaken, the humans walk away, unsure of the future, but proud they chose compassion over revenge. The movie ends. Humanity has survived. But the real test begins now.